your horsepower, lads. Let's make sure everybody knows what rallying is all about. Though a sport, it's the only real test of production line cars under extreme but natural conditions. It extends the limits of motor industry technology. A special car requires a special driver. A rally driver must be able to handle his car as if it were an extension of his body. He must be a master tactician and have the stamina to stay at the wheel sometimes 5 days and 5 nights in a row with a minimum of sleep. Here are 6 of the world's top rally drivers. Bjorn Valdegard, Sweden. Maku Allen, Finland. Shekhar Mehta, United Kingdom. Sandro Munari, Italy. Walter Röhrl, West Germany. Hannu Mikkola, Finland. Drivers, co-drivers, and mechanics. Their only enemy, the stopwatch. The rally route is made up of special stages which are timed. Cars transferring from one stage to another within a set time limit. Competitors' times are added up and the winner declared. What are these drivers really like? What makes them compete in these resistance tests of man and machine?
Finland, my country. 2 weeks ago, my son Olavi was born. I couldn't think of a better way to celebrate than to have won the Swedish rally. In fact, it's the first time it's ever been won by a Finn. It's a mistake, you know, to think we Northern Europeans don't feel the bitter loneliness of our winters up here. The endless nights, the biting cold, the ever-present snow. A Finn could settle down in Rome, but a Roman wouldn't find it so easy to live here. Finland means everything to me. Like me, this man earns his living behind the wheel of a car. I wonder if he gets as much enjoyment out of it as I do. My father always used to say, it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you do it well and you enjoy doing it. I really enjoy driving. In the past year, I've spent only 40 days at home. 1 day in every 9. The rest of the time on the rally circuit. Perhaps that's why my family means so much to me. The peace of the countryside always calls me back. I belong to this land. It's part of me. It's been full-time rally driving for me now for 12 years. Certainly, hotel rooms no longer have that exciting holiday atmosphere. Still, rallying is my life. Finland is my life. This is a book about the Finnish people by one of our famous writers, Väinö Linna. Many people forget that the Finnish state has been in existence for just under 65 years, and that we had to endure a bloody civil war in the process. That book is a precious testimony to the survival of our small nation. I find it sad sometimes to reflect that, with a few exceptions, we Finns are better known for the world-class sportsmen we've produced than for our artists. I said we were a small nation. 4,700,000 of us to be exact. Plus one, now with Olavi, born 17 days ago. 12 years. I've been competing for many years now in Group 4. Cars built almost exclusively for rallying. The cars I drive have very powerful engines, tougher suspension, higher gears, stronger brakes, lightweight bodies, different tires for different and changing conditions. I'm backed up by a team of more than 30 mechanics. I depend on every single one of them. The minutes or seconds lost in the repair of a breakdown, I have to make up. We've learned from past experience that the results only come from having 100% effort from every member of the team. As well as knowing how to drive, I've also got to know my car, and the demands on the driver are considerable. Driving ability, mechanical sense, unwavering concentration, split-second reflexes, not to mention tactics. My driving ability is of supreme importance once the race has started. My co-driver grows to be my head. He thinks for both of us. He keeps check on the conditions on the route and has to record any change in them immediately, which is especially important in the greatest rally in the world, the safari. We must be able to understand each other totally, act as one man, sometimes even without speaking. I suppose one can say our lives depend on his thinking and my reacting. I think I can say that I'm one of the few who have been lucky enough to turn a hobby into a profession. I'm fascinated by the contributive effort of so many people, which finds its true expression in the driver winning the rally. Everything in this house, every detail of these rooms makes me happy. Reminds me of the day I decided to buy it. I did it on the spur of the moment, without even knowing if I had the money. For the last 3 years, whenever I return to Finland, I can't help going through each room, looking in every corner. It's become almost a ritual, a sort of affirmation that this is where I belong.
Aha. Mitäs tää valmistaa?
Mustamelettiä. Maistuuko tälle?
Lisää pippuria.
some might think me crazy. I can't resist the temptation to slide on the ice as I used to when I was younger. When I go on an errand for Aria, the sea is right there in front of me. The Swedish rally is fought on ice and snow. I've got a new car, a completely new team, mechanics, technicians, organizing staff. A car with capabilities that have yet to be proven. Four-wheel drive with turbocharged engine. As always, a new challenge to be faced. The unexpected on the track in conditions that are always different, always changing. I see it really as an answer to the question, how can one overcome the obstacles that nature throws up? What are the limits? For me, rallies are basically confrontations with nature. And racing circuits aren't part of the countryside. A rally is a test of man and car, as we take on every type of terrain. For me, at any rate, the Swedish rally is a particular challenge. I've been tackling it for 10 years and I haven't won it once. So I'm going to have another stab at it.
kommer i mål som totalsegrare i svenska rally.
Congratulations. Does all that testing now seem worthwhile?
Yes.
Feel the car's now got a good future?
Oh, it's a really good car. Nothing went wrong during this rally. We just changed tires and that was all.
And how does it feel to be the first Finn to win the Swedish?
Oh, I'm very happy, you know. It's I have been tried it very many years, so it's nice to do it. And nice to do it with the new team.
And how does it all go for the World Championship, Hannu?
Oh, I haven't been thinking it yet, you know. If the car is so good than here, I think it will be a good rally for us also.
I have a hunting license, but I don't really hunt. It's far better to live in harmony with the animals. In the mating season, herds of elks come right up to the house. Perhaps I've changed a little now that I've become a father. Will Olavi be anything like me? I suppose I shouldn't really say so, but I hope he shares the same joy in living things. I know everything there is to know about these places, thanks to my father. The trees, the animals that live here, every track you see on the snow.
We have a flat in Florida, and Hannu's parents spend all winter there. Hannu is delighted his successes have given him the possibility to make his parents comfortable and happy. This photograph was taken a year ago, when we all spent Christmas together. Christmas is important to Hannu, he says, because it is the main festivity of the family.
Aivan meren rannalla ja todella ihanteellinen paikka paita täältä Suomesta syksyn ja talven pakkasia. Uima-allas ja meri ovat todella ihanteellisia.
The beach is about 50 yards from the flat, and we can always go swimming or jogging. Even Hannu's parents, who adore the open-air life, and they adore their son, as I do. It's a wonderful place, and I also love going because Hannu gets on so well with his parents. In a couple of weeks, I'm leaving for Florida with Olavi. His grandparents will see him for the first time. They're very excited about it. It'll be a wonderful moment for all of us.
There's steam coming from the sauna. Marko and Jorma must have already arrived.
Siinä oli herralla kovat paineet Ruotsin-rallin aikana. Hyvin kävi.
Our old friend had some problems in the Swedish rally.
Kuulin Arjalta.
I thought so too, but it all worked out. Arja told me what Hannu said to her over the phone from Sweden. During the practice runs there was either too much snow or too little. But in the rally conditions were better. This has been a very important result. It shows he maintained his concentration throughout the race. But then we wouldn't have expected anything less from him. He's one of the best. Don't talk rubbish. Helsinki and its people, the Finnish landscape, architecture and design, Jan Sibelius. But Finland is much more. Influences from the east and the west are here all mixed together. These aspects add color to the city. They give it life and remind one of its tormented past. Helsinki is a city that makes you think. Without it, I think I'd never realized that God exists in every man. Be he Russian or Greek Orthodox, Muslim or Lutheran like me. For the Finns, Helsinki is a kind of window on the world. Across the sea, since time immemorial, we have traded and communicated with other peoples. And for us today, the sea still represents this link with the outside world. It's a church, Engels Cathedral, that is the very heart of the city. Here too, the churches have a lot to teach us standing of a people, and appropriately enough. The past and the future, and here the local mixed with the bizarre, the defeats and the hopes. I like it here. This is my home.
Kuinka kauan on filmit säilyy? Meillä on hirveän pitkä aika vielä eläkeikä.
Niin luulee vaan, kyllä se menee seuraava 20 vuotta.
To know my roots. This is very important for me. This is what my friends do for me. They remind me of where I belong. And I always remember my friends after my long absences. I want them near me, because this is the only way not to lose them. These pizzas were made for the Italian film crew, but they preferred some freshly caught fish.
Pudottaa se ikään kuin syliä. Joo, kauheasti näkyy. Ja vähän sitkeen. Se on mun täytyy.
Mennään sinne katsomaan.
Joo.
Tomorrow I leave for Portugal. Fears, risks, they don't exist for me. I'm careful not to try anything I think I can't handle. I don't take risks.
Joo,
Jokos 3 viikosta saisi vaikka maksettua pizzaa?
ei vielä.
Tuossa kattoo, niin luulee, että niska niksahtaa verittömästi.
Ei, ihan sulla mitään niskasta.
Olavi, Arja, my friends, Helsinki, Finland. I don't want to lose any of this. I don't take risks.
not really the end. There are more films in this series showing the world's greatest rally drivers.